To Market on Close, I'm Marley, Kayden here in Chicago alongside Sam Vadas at the New York Stock Exchange. We'll close out our show today with some final thoughts on the session, as we always do. Microsoft taking a major step to diversify beyond its relationship with OpenAI, announcing new strategic partnerships with Nvidia and Anthropic. As part of the deal, Microsoft will invest up to $5 billion in Anthropic, while Nvidia is putting in up to $10 billion, sending Anthropic's valuation soaring to roughly $350 billion from just $183 billion back in September. Anthropic has committed to purchase $30 billion worth of Azure compute and up to 1 gigawatt of additional capacity from both Microsoft and Nvidia's next-generation systems. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang calling this partnership, quote, a dream come true, saying that it marks the first deep collaboration to accelerate Anthropic's Claude models. But not everyone moving away from their relationship with OpenAI. Intuit is now teaming up with OpenAI in a multi-year partnership that will bring TurboTax, QuickBooks, Credit Karma, and MailChimp directly into ChatGPT. This will allow users to take real financial actions inside the chatbot. Intuit is paying OpenAI more than $100 million a year for access to its AI models, aiming to power a new generation of personalized financial insights. TurboTax customers will soon be able to link their accounts to ChatGPT. It will allow them to estimate their refunds, get tailored recommendations, or even complete tax-related tasks, all while their data stays securely inside Intuit's ecosystem. For OpenAI, this deal just strengthens its push to turn ChatGPT into a broad commerce and services platform with this new major finance partner, alongside some recent partnerships with PayPal, Shopify, and Walmart. You know, Sam, I definitely had an AI skew in my takeaways today. What caught your eye today?
Yeah, it's really turning into that super app, isn't it, Marley? Well, I was looking at the rare earth and the critical mineral companies rallying today. Albemarle extending on those gains. The lithium play has been really on a roll lately on more bullish demand expectations and political developments in Chile, where it does have some exposure. But MP Materials and USA Rare Earths also higher in trade today, and these names have been catching a bid recently on government support for the industry. We were talking about that with our guest a little bit earlier. The Trump administration now been taking equity stakes in companies which it sees as strategically important to secure supply chains and to compete with China. Now, speaking of that, shares in Chinese internet giant Baidu holding up today after reporting a 7% drop in quarterly revenue, the biggest on record, although it was better than feared. The drag coming from an 18% drop in revenue from its core advertising business, which has been struggling because of softer demand and also competition. Its AI cloud business, though, posting solid growth of up to 21%, continuing to offer a bright spot as the company pushes ahead with AI to try to offset that weakness in online ads. Analysts are focused on the strength of AI and autonomous driving segments given the advertising headwinds there. But heading into tomorrow, Marley, what will you be looking out for? I think I can guess.
I'm fairly certain you can, as we've been talking about it all day and the whole show. Nvidia's earnings, we've got them after the close. We will have an extended market on close for you tomorrow to cover Nvidia's earnings. EPS expected to be about $1.24 on revenue of just under $55 billion. That would mark 55% growth year over year on the revenue front. In terms of specific revenue data, data center revenue will be one of the most important metrics in the report, alongside their margins, and if the company is maintaining its 90+% market share or if it's being eroded in any way. Guests that we've spoken to say that guidance is the most important part of the entire report card, given its potential to have outsized implications for the broader tech sector. Now, this report widely being viewed as a litmus test for the AI infrastructure investment theme, so we will likely see a major move here when Nvidia reports tomorrow. The options market now pricing in about a 6.5% to 7% move on earnings. Sam, I'm guessing yours are earnings too.
Yeah, a litmus test for a different part, and that is for the consumer, obviously, with a big retail. We're going to be hearing from Target, as we've been talking about, but TJX as well, and Lowe's tomorrow. And obviously, we've got a little bit of a prelude, a little bit of a clue as to what we might be hearing from Lowe's, for instance, particularly as this is going to be a barometer of consumer spending, particularly discretionary spending, given that Home Depot had talked about how people are perhaps putting off some of those home improvements in that category. So the The expected EPS is at $2.97 a share, revenues of $20.81 billion. Over at TJX, obviously, this is an off-price retailer. It's been an outperformer given the value-hungry consumer. Adjusted EPS of $1.22 on revenues of $14.9 billion. And then, of course, Target, which is really a victim of not just that pullback in spending, but some of their own challenges. We're looking at adjusted EPS of $1.76 on revenues of $25.36 billion. So let's see if we get an update, certainly on the turnaround efforts over at Target.
Absolutely. Lots to cover tomorrow, but that is going to do it for us today on Market on Close.